Hey everyone, Jessica here from Jessica Dunn Coaching. Um, how's it going? I am here today to have the weekly conversations on the topic of the week, and this week's topic is burnout. Um, Pretty meaty topic, and we're also going to go into burnout next week. This week what I've done is I've covered, how to identify whether you're in burnout, the signs of burnout, how you can get into burnout. And next week, I'll touch a little bit more on, how to get yourself out of burnout. But, something that was important for me to share here was, all of the little ways, all the little signs that burnout can show up in your life. And for myself, I've gone through burnout a few times. And the thing is, if you've gone through burnout once or more than once, what happens is you become more susceptible to it. So your threshold for being able to handle high amounts of stress starts to diminish, right? It's like that elastic band, it starts off really bouncy, we're those bouncy people. And, over time, that elasticity starts to wear down, and until either the elastic snaps, or if you've I think we've all had that pair of underwear that just suddenly kind of it's not working anymore, it's not holding up anymore, and we're like that, right? So you don't want to get to the point where it completely snaps and can't get back together. That's why I'm doing this. So you, as a human, stress, it's super normal. We all get it. It actually helps us build resilience, right? But it's that prolonged, sustained experience of stress when you don't have appropriate time to come down from it. That's when it's a problem. So how does this show up? It shows up as anxiety. Simple things like making decisions. You're no longer able to decide. Maybe your appetite changes. You're more fatigued than usual. You start forgetting things. I know, like for me, I've got a very good memory. And if I start forgetting things, then that is a sign that like something is really off. I'm either in extreme overwhelm or I am shifting into that burnout phase. If you're putting your needs last all the time, that's a pretty big indicator. Do you grind your teeth at night? That doesn't always mean that you're in burnout, but if it's something that you didn't do before and you are doing it, could be a sign. How's your blood pressure? I know that I've had, I wear my watch, and one of the cool functions is I can check my heart rate. And I have been in situations, in meetings, where I could feel my level of stress increase. And, just for fun, I don't know if it's fun or not, I would, check to see what my heart rate reading was. And I could visibly watch it increase. So if that is happening a lot, really good to check in on that. Are you more irritable than usual? And, ladies, that can happen to us on a monthly basis, and that part's normal. But it's, what is the extreme point? If you're hitting those extreme points of irritability, that can point to something much deeper. Are you dissatisfied in more than one area of your life, and you're just not able to kind of muster up that, like, where is that fulfillment? Is your sleep impacted? How are you, like, do you want to get out and hang out with friends? Are you social? Even as an introvert, I'm a pretty introverted person, but there's a difference between introversion and complete, like pulling back and not wanting anything to do with anyone, right? And then watching your productivity just kind of dwindle. And not that, I don't believe that productivity is the thing that trumps everything else, not even remotely close. But I do like to feel like I'm participating in something. So if you're, just not able to participate in, whatever you want to participate in, that is something to pay attention to. If you start to experience these feelings of failure or self-doubt that are really out of place, and you're like, I don't remember feeling like this before. Do you feel defeated or helpless or even trapped? Those are things like these are all little roadmaps or, flags along the way that might be like, you're on the road to burnout. So I'm wondering how this lands. This isn't alive. This one is recorded today, so I don't have anyone interacting. But I think this is a chronic thing that's happening for a lot of us, especially in the Western part of the world, in the colonized part of the world, where we are taught go, 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 go. There's a meme I've seen that's like, what's the difference between Europe and North America? And it's like in Europe, it's like, I'm on vacation for the entire 2 months of summer. Email me when I get back because I'm not going to check my emails. Whereas, in North America, it's, I'm going in for major surgery and will be away from my desk, but, why don't you text me and I'll make sure to get right on that. This kind of sense that we need to be constantly available and that, oh, they need me. These people need me. And you know what? It's nice to contribute and be part of some collective thing. But at the end of the day, how much do people really need you in a work capacity or some other capacity that's not necessarily like you've got kids absolutely need you. But, if you look at your job, are people dying? I'm not talking to medical professionals here, because that's the thing. Medical professionals, yes, people are dying and burnout absolutely exists here. But, where are the ways that you can just, press pause and step back and take a minute to observe and say, what do I really need to rest and recover? What do you need to rest and recover? Some people need a month. Some people need several months. It depends on what level of burnout you're at. And it depends on whether you even have the space or the availability to do that. As a single parent, that's not something that was really realistic for me. I had to get laid off to be able to take an extended amount of time off. And even that, that's not restful. That's like, oh my gosh, how am I going to survive? So while it may not look like, a week, several weeks off, beginning to reclaim yourself, pulling back and saying, okay, here, I'm going to put a boundary around my time. I'm going to put a boundary around rest. I'm going to allow myself to rest and not judge myself, because rest is critical. Rest isn't being lazy. What if you had a day where you didn't do anything, where you didn't feel productive? What would that be like? If you're checking off any of the boxes of burnout, ask yourself, what would that be like? What is preventing me from having a day in which I don't have any obligations or responsibilities? And I know if you're a parent, that's extra hard, but is there someone in your life that could help you for a day, even a weekend? And if you think that there isn't, just take away all of the reasons why you can't ask X person or this person. And maybe there is. I'd love to know what you think. Pop your comments down below, pop your questions. I'll answer when I get back on here. If you are interested in receiving my newsletter, I'm going to pop the link to sign up down below. Or if you're on Instagram watching this, head to the link in my bio and just let me know how this lands. Hope you're having a great week, and more on burnout and how to heal from it next week. Bye for now.